Hello, my fellow AL developers, and welcome to this video of AL programming that will focus on a development tool or an extension known as AZ or AZAL Dev Tools, formerly known as the AL Code Outline. And clearly, you can see that this tool already is a popular tool with over 200,000 installs with a good rating. I think everybody who has rated it has given it a 5 star. So, and when you look at the comments, clearly it's an extension that is time saving. So excellent, great tool, 5 star tool. I will write my review. I haven't, but after this video I will. But it's actually a good time saving tool that we can really be able to leverage on. Are we using it correctly? That's the question. Are we getting the most out of it?
Hii ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
At times we just we code without looking at or taking time to look at what the tool can be able to do. So this video is to basically make sure that we get the most out of AZAL DevTools. So the first thing is to make sure that you have installed AZAL DevTools. So using AL programming, we need, while you are starting, it's good to install an extension one after the other. But MVP Waldo has got there is this extension for all extensions that are required for AL language extension. So AL AL extension pack. Also, almost forgot the name. AL extension pack. So everything you need for AL development. We have so many tools here or extensions that we need for AL development. Others I haven't installed. So of course they're being updated from time to time again. But it's good if you're starting, it's good that you install one by one so that you can understand what you're doing. Take time to do the setup rather than rush with the extension pack and then you'll come back not knowing, okay, why is this behaving this way? Why am I not getting this because of that and that? And such an example would be the issue. So the tool with AL programming, there are settings that we can set manually and there are settings that we can be able to create by creating a settings.json to automate a few things, settings.json file. So it's good to configure the settings.json file to make sure that some of the things that you do while running your AL code are automated. And that there's some settings that are really cool, and maybe sorting variables, cleaning up the code, removing begin end that is not needed. So you create the settings and then on save the file will automatically be able to do that for you, and it really is a time saver. Let's go back to AZAL DevTools, and here remember this extension was originally AL code outline. I don't remember this, and it was possible to run generators with the syntax. So each new version has been adding new features, and we can straightly go to the features. And the features, this is a feature that I have used it mostly in some of the videos, and this is for the new AL file wizard, and it's mostly the easiest one to be able to use because you can go to the new AL file extension and we'll be able to select from the different options the type of file that you'd like to create. For instance, if I'd like to create an let me use an object that is not so common, an interface, and then I say I tax provider. Okay, copies function from code unit, general. Is there any code unit on tax? Sales tax calculate, maybe. Finish. So you see now this one has copied all. It has created an interface. Let me just remove the namespace for the purpose of simplifying it, and because I need to specify the namespace that is used using that particular namespace. And then you see now we have automatically created an interface based of that particular uh, code unit, that is the sales tax code unit. And then we can use this interface if we'd like to replicate that code and have our own way of calculating our tax. We have actually done that using the AZL dev tools, and we have really saved time. Imagine creating this from scratch, then it will really be a daunting task. Or else you can create a table, and this is common. You add the names, the fields, and then it will actually append by default some of the prefixes for this particular table, unless you specify your specific prefixes and suffixes in the settings.json. But this is not part of this video, but you can be able to do that. So the other thing that we can be able to look at with AZL DevTools is the symbols browser. So the symbol browser, remember we usually have the AL Object Explorer. Where is it? Explorer. The AL Explorer. That, yes, it is a symbol browser. We can be able to see the different type of symbols, and we can also be able to use the AL Object Designer. I don't know which else is used, but we can be able to use these objects to get to see the symbols that are available. But when you go to the packages or your .app file with AZ or AZAL DevTools, once you click on it, you'll be able to open and see the symbols and sort them or filter based on whatever you want. We could filter with enums and only see enums, and click on search, and only enums will be displayed in this, and all the others aren't they are not being displayed. So we can go to the definition of these symbols and be able to see the code from this particular symbol. So we can, this is a feature that we can be able to navigate. I believe most of us already know that for those who have used AL, but let's move forward and see what else we can be able to do. So we can view the symbols outline panel. So if I open, let me go back here, the symbols tree, we have a symbols browser. Okay, I don't want to miss anything out. The symbols outline panel, which is found somewhere here. Okay, this one seems okay. It's loaded. I thought it hasn't loaded, but so for this, let's come to this maybe. This enum of ours, then we can go to a particular property, and it's easier to view this enum compared to viewing this. Of course, it doesn't have many values, but it will make more sense if we come to a report, maybe an invoice report, for instance. Then let me just say invoice. We don't have any, so let's look at such an report. You can clearly see that, wow, there's a lot here. And these symbols, what is it called again? Symbols outline panel. The symbols outline panel gives us a good tree view that we could we can easily go to a specific field. While working in reports, sometimes it's challenging to see how this report is structured. But from this tool, this tool gives us this ability to have the outline panel really, really well indicated. Wow, just amazing. So you can go to the data set, you can go to the protected var area easily moving, especially for such a report. It's easier and makes it really easy to navigate. If you want to, you have created your own layout and you want to add something, you want to understand why this variable, maybe in under which record is this variable found, you can easily be able to look and see the structure in a tree view, and which will easily display the data item that is the child and the parent data item. Wow, so that's amazing also. So before we move forward, even from this angle here, we can still be able to see a tree view of the symbol. When you right click from this side, you can be able to open symbol in new tab. So similarly to the outline here, we can still be able to right click and open this particular symbol in new tab, and it really makes a lot of sense to be able to visualize whatever the symbol contains if you open in new tab. So you choose, do you want to use this or this? I usually prefer this other side rather than this, but all is it's our choice to use whichever we'd like to. Then we have the code generators, and so this is also amazing to help us generate code. And so contains code generators that can create new list pages and all that. So from the symbols, for instance, this is also a very amazing feature. So if we are here, let's go to the base application. Come on. So I'm in this table. Let me just go to item table, for instance, and then I'd like to create an item list from this table. It will make more sense for a new table, but you can see when I right click on when I'm on the table, I can do a new list page, and it's giving me an option to enter an ID. I can just select that. It is saying item list and maybe just say new, and then hula, we have a table, okay, a page already created with all the fields, and then I can clean it up if I want. But within a few seconds I've been able to do that. I can then again go and create a new card page, then enter it, and then say card page new. Also very fast we are able to create that. What about a report? We can still be able to do the same. Boom, create a new report. Boom, enter item report. Yes, there we are with all the fields. It will really work for our custom tables, because our custom tables will not be having so many fields. And I won't really advise you to do this if you are creating a report based off of the base application table, like a master table, because it has so many fields. But if you are creating a report based on, use this feature, because you can select the fields. Otherwise it will be too cluttered when selecting the fields from the report designer, your word layout or your RDLC layout. So this is also another feature that we have. Just we can be able to leverage it. So we have code actions. These are many. There are many. We can't really exhaust them, but we can look at a few, like sort table, sort variable, sort permission, sort, and all this. But this is mostly for cleanup and remove the usage of with. Yeah, something like that. So for instance, if we are on this, and then okay, it needs to be saved. Okay, when you're on this report, we can sort the columns. Not picking. Okay, this is add multiple fields. So ideally with AZAL DevTools, there is usually this bulb that will enable you, once you are on okay, just before maybe a group, the start of a group, the start of the column, it's always good to have that. You'll always have this option, and it will show you the actions that is available. Maybe add multiple fields if you want. This is one that I use so much. If you are creating a page and then you need to add some more fields, that maybe your table, you have added maybe 3 or 4 more fields, then you just go here, add the fields. So from here we can add, or we can also sort data item columns A to Z, like from A to Z. So you can see the first, if I undo, we'll see that it's starting with number. But if we click on sort here, then it automatically does the sorting. What else could we do? Remember, if you have decided that I want all my variables sorted, I want all my procedures sorted in ascending order, I want everything sorted, we can be able to use, let me just copy this setting. This is an example of a setting that we can use to be able to sort our files or something. So in our settings.json file that we created for our project, I'll just paste this. The settings.json should be having an opening brace and a closing brace for that. So it's saying that this is an editor action on save. Once I save the editor, I should fix all, and then the AL outline. So it specifies which code action should be applied when a file is saved. Valid values are sort table field, sort report columns, sort procedures, sort properties, sort permissions and everything. Format document. So all these are valid when we save. So let's just go and create our new list page based off of this stuff. Then 51 or 10. Okay, 110, and then we say our item list ... And then once I save, we can clearly see. Okay, let me just save it quickly. I don't know where it's saved, on the wrong area. You can move it to my source real quick. So once moved and I save it, come on. Okay, 115. I don't know. Why is it already existing? So once I save, what's happened? There's some fields that, of course, we need to clean up. So once I save, you should be able to sort them. What am I sorting here? Okay, the settings is okay. Sort procedures, properties, report columns. Okay, it is report columns. Does it have the sort? Let me see. Procedures, variables, sort table fields, report columns. Okay, there's no option for our list page, but what you can do, let's go to the report and undo again, then save. Come on. This one needs a lot of work to be done. Save it. Okay, so once we save, automatically it does the sorting. Okay, some errors here. Those IDs and this one, and then let's resave it. Boom. Once we save it, it does the sorting. But let me just alter these and put them right at the end. And we can clearly see that we have the allow invoice and all that. So when we save, it does the reversal and resorts them automatically for us. So this is also a very cool feature because we can be able to auto create. We can sort these report columns just by setting. If we have decided that we want all our columns sorted, then why not just set the settings.json and then be able to automatically sort it, right, rather than have to command it every other time that, oh, sort or do this and that. So that is one thing that we can be able to do. Let's move forward. As we finish, we can do code transformations like adding tooltips, adding application areas, so many of these, removing empty lines. So this is something that you can really look into to be able and see what can be able to be set. And you can also be able to create a setting. So the settings is, it's good to use the settings so that you can automate this process and not need to repeat every other time you're creating a code, and then it will make your coding smoother, faster, and more enjoyable. Okay, another cool one is code completion. And I think this is the last one that we'll look at because it adds a few additional code completion providers. And so when you say that L outline code on save, we just need to say that the code completion providers like variable data types, and so it will suggest data type names based on the variable, e.g. record sales order, variable names, it suggests variable names, e.g. sales order. So like it enables you, especially for these tables and all that, for your project, most of your project should be having this. It will really save you a lot of time when you're creating the variables. So let's go and add this particular L outline code completion providers. And then we're saying we need to add the variable data types and the variable names with types. This is the two that we want to add. And this is the setting, L outline code completion providers. All right, so after that, we just need to say that we need to have the L outline. I've just copied it. Code completion providers. And then what are we adding? We are adding the variable name. It's supposed to be variable name with types, variable data types, and maybe variable name with types. Let me see this. So the setting is here. Just copy it. The other one is variable names. What is the difference between this? Then the variable names types. Very important setting. And when we are writing our code now, it becomes easy for us to get code completion. So for instance, if we are in this report and we need to just say maybe cells or a record. Okay, when I'm here, just need to say cells. Come on. It wants to read my code. Cells header. That was the example. But if I say item, it's easier to add maybe a record, or if I want a page, maybe customer list. So it gives me the name and the record that needs to be added there. So that one is existing, so you can say the item, and maybe vendor list. Or okay, you see, so it's easier to make the completion if I just by typing. Maybe I need a code unit, let's say journal post line, this code unit, okay, whichever, but already the code unit is added for me and saved. And because of the other setting, you can see the variables have been sorted automatically. It cleans up your code. We can even add the format code and to be able to do a lot of formatting to our code, and it saves a lot of time and really helps you to be able to work well. So there is another feature like documentation, comment support, code analyzer rules. We can also be able to look that. Oh wow. Okay, before I move, so on this one, you can read through them, maybe adding tooltips, adding application areas, removing the usage of with. If you have done a migration from the old version of BC, okay, of Nav and then to BC, this tool will really help you clean up your code, because you'll find there's so many other issues that need to be cleaned up. So the actions image browser, oh, this is amazing. So when we just say action images, show action images. Okay, this is usually one of my biggest challenge when I am creating an action for a page, and then I don't know what the image to use that will resonate with that action. So maybe most of the time something like suggest lines or suggest something. So if I say suggest, you see now I can get the different suggest vendor bills, the different kind of icons that I'd like to see, or just scroll by this view. It makes it easier for me to select, and I can even pick this and say copy name. You can just copy name and then you paste the image, copy as promoted action or copy as action. If I copy as action, I come here, I'll be able to basically, where is my page? Do I have a page? So if this is the action, okay, I don't know. Let me just paste it. But you see now, I already have my action. I've created my action real quickly without starting to think, okay, what is the action? And then I'll just add my code. So I just go to the action images, copy the action, go straight away back here, add my action, then I move forward. Wow. This is also another very amazing feature, especially when you're creating actions on a page. Highly recommend it. Then, okay, this is cleanup. The cleanup, you can be able to look at it, adding application areas, and all of them, you just use Control-Shift-P, maybe add application areas, you see, and then it will be there. Or remove with. This is the other one that I usually really use, especially if I have the implicit with challenge. Okay. Code completion, you have looked at it. Custom editors. So if you'd like to edit your JSON using this AZAL DevTools, you can go to right click on your app.json, open with, and then you say this AZAL DevTools visual editor, and then these settings can be changed from here. Maybe I change the few properties, the publisher, and something of the sort. Change the platform, change the dependencies, internal visibility, compilation, additional information. I can be able to do that all easily, including documentation. When I just type in, if I had a procedure here, okay. If I had a procedure and I type in the three, I type in like these three, what is it called? I'm trying to get it a good name. The three comment lines, I'll be able to get this particular documentation auto-populated, code analyzer rules. I can be able to just Control Shift P and then say code analyzer rules, and I can be able to see the code analyzer without having to go Google. I can select, maybe I just need to see the code analyzer rule for PyTenant cop, and then search, and then I'll be able to see the code analyzer rules. Another cool feature. Duplicate code search. If I have duplicated code, if I copy maybe this procedure to what, where will I put it, to this list page, this is duplicated code. And if I say I need to see if I have duplicated code for single responsibility, it's good to use this feature, and you say the number of lines that can be considered duplicate. Okay, still there are no duplicates found. I don't know why, because I don't have many lines, but it's okay. You can be able to find the duplicates, and you'll see them from a window here on duplicates. Then warning directives, document syntax analyzer, and then okay, these other features are also pluses, multiple build configuration support, and then now the settings, which is very key for when we want to automate. Let's use these settings, like the ones you have used: sort table field, sort what, format the document, on save, ignore files. Actually, these settings are really cool, especially the ones for automating the variable names, to give you that ability to really be quick and type in faster. So this is the beauty of a ZAL dev tools called or AL code outline. It was previously known as this. So just be able to, I'll share the link to this, but you can still get it via just a simple Google search. And let me know what you have been using it for. What have I missed? So thank you for watching this video to the end. Tell me, okay, how has this tool been impactful? Have you learned something new that you'll use to be able to make your coding much faster and cleaner? But it's good to use the settings.json to be able to automate these actions, to make it when you save your file, everything is done or changed according to the specific settings that you'd like applied based on the several options that you have. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.